It's Cat versus Beast, David versus Goliath, a Nyanta versus Gamuto. This is the ultimate showdown. This is a solo Nyanta with no palicos by its side versus a ferocious high rank Gamuto. Now I am going to be eating for defense up here for a skill because Gamuto does hit pretty hard. For this battle I'm taking in with me the high rank version of the White Gale Narga, which gives me some good ice defense and also some good defense overall. I'm using my level 50 Poogie P attack cat. So you can see it sports pretty darn good defense. I'm using the Pierce Boomerang and Large Boomerang, and the most important skill for this hunt was the Emergency Exit, which I taught it from an assist cat. I'm using Attack Up Large, Attack Up Small, and Boomerang Speed Up. So this lets me charge up my boomerangs faster. I'm going to be using the Garuga variant weapon, which is a pretty good attack with white sharpness, but also has poison, and that poison is going to be critical in dwindling down that beast's HP. I am going to edit this video down because it was a rather long hunt, but I think I will show you off the parts that will really let you know how it goes. This was my first attempt, so the hunt took about 30 minutes. I believe I could probably shave it down to anywhere between 18 to 20 minutes for solo. If I had palicos with me, this thing would go much faster because he would be distracted by them and I would be able to get in on a lot of hits. But one-on-one, this was quite a showdown. So when it first started out, I did really bad. I was having a hard time figuring out how to really tackle this beast. I mean, it's just so large, and it's throwing the snowballs, it's always hitting you. And of course, with no palicos by your side, there's no distractions, so you have to deal with this thing. It almost reminds me of Uragan when he's like coming at you from the face front. You just have to get the heck out of the way. I imagine a good speedrun will be a person who learns how to run through its legs and really just keep up the onslaught. In the first opening part of the battle, Gamuto was kicking my feline butt. His aim with that snowball is ridiculous, but I do love the little cat snowman. It's really cute, isn't it? Now, one of the things I started to learn a little bit into the fight was to aim for those parts that are glowing. Those really do charge up your hunter arts, or in this case your cat arts, really fast, and that allows you to have instant access to your emergency exit, which I use quite a bit in this hunt, and without it I don't know whether I would be able to pull it off. Hard thing is trying to judge distance with the boomerangs, trying to realize how to do it. And I also realized that I wanted to poison him as soon as I could, because the poison does add up. So here we go, I started learning to hit for the arms and legs that were glowing, and if you just notice, the skills go up so much faster. And this is the same case for hunters as well. If you're against a ferocious monster, hit that body part and you will charge up your gauge much faster. Emergency evade. See, this thing is great. The moment you hit R and Y to do the emergency evade, you are invincible, and you go into the ground and you do a small little potion. This is really important because if you notice you're about to get hit, you can just hit it and you'll be safe. It's a great skill. It really is. Here I started getting really the hang of it. I was doing a lot of good damage. Again, being able to aim with your boomerang as you're charging up is a huge benefit, and you really have to take advantage of that. You can run away, charge up, and immediately turn around and hit him. Now, because a cat can't heal, when a monster leaves the area, you generally want to heal up. Of course, these schmucks wouldn't let me. Die! 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 Okay, now I can heal up. These small monsters, they just sit there watching as you get your butt kicked, but the moment the big monster leaves, they're like, it's my time to shine! It's so funny. Now, if you're using a boomerang cat, one of the most important things that I would note is that dying is not such a bad thing. However, you do not want to die right after you activate your Pierce Boomerang. I would rather run back to camp and sleep and get all my acorns back, or just die with 3 points in my skills, than to lose those. Because if you lose those 3 points, you have to regain them, and that is heavy work. So here I was just taking a more safe approach. I was trying to figure out the distance. I got it pretty good. And I was just hitting him with the boomerang. However, Gamuto's not so bad when he's not enraged, but when he gets enraged, oh my gosh, does he get tough. Especially if you don't have any palicos by your side to take his attention. As you can see here, when he starts doing the snowman stuff, he'll just hit you once after once. It's crazy. However, if you can get him to stop near you, he will break the snowman without doing damage. And now my cat is all ticked off, which is great because it pretty much gives you earplugs. I mean, I've never noticed my cat covering its ears while it was pissed off. Then Gamuto finally found his thing when he got all angry and he started whomping me hardcore. Here goes acorn number 1. If you guys aren't aware, if you're a Nyanta, you can die 3 times technically until it results in a cart. So you do get 9 lives, which is nice. However, as you just saw there, when you're doing your acorn eating, a monster can take advantage of that and just smack you right as you come out of it. So you got to be really careful. At this point, I played it safe. Okay, so we're back here, and he was pretty ticked off, so he was hitting me hard. There goes acorn number 2, and here goes acorn number 3. Goodbye, kitty. Now, if you notice, I have 3 points. I purposely did not use them because I knew I was probably going to die. Then, when I re-entered the area, I was able to activate both my pierce boomerang and my large boomerang right from the get-go, just so I could start doing damage straight away. Which is good. Again, the key to really doing this if you're not an assist cat is to definitely hit for the parts that are glowing because you are going to charge up that gauge much faster. I think the problem with an assist cat is while you always have a lot of points to use, you really don't have as much power as the attack cat, so I imagine it would take longer. But with 2 palicos by your side, maybe it wouldn't matter so much. Gamuto started to have another wave when he got upset, so I did what any cat would do and heal up. I know it's spammy, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, back in here, he started limping, so I went for aggro. I realized the fight was about to end, and I got really excited. The big boomerang does actually increase your damage by quite a bit, so I would recommend that you definitely try to use it. Now, whether or not you activate the large boomerang first before you do the pierce, or the pierce first, I think it's just up to personal preference. See, this is an example of what happens when he's distracted, whether he's out of stamina or he's attacking another player. Like, he gets distracted and you can really put in a lot of damage, so I definitely think doing this hunt with 2 palicos would probably half the time. And here we go, just smack on the head, which at this point was glowing, so I was building up a lot of my gauge. And I didn't show in the video, but I used that emergency exit quite a bit. And then the fated moment came. Booyah! It felt so good. I like practically screamed when it happened. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed seeing a sample fight of me versus the Ferocious Gamuto. Nyantas are a lot of fun. It may look a little spammy with the boomerang, but if you put on a balanced weapon, you can mix it up with melee attacks, and it's actually quite fun. I'm going to try this again maybe sometime with palicos and see how much I could shave my time down. But I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video if you liked it. Please leave in comments if you're playing as a Nyanta as well, and let us know what type of setup you're using because I'm really curious about the different combinations. And please subscribe if you haven't. It really does help out my channel. Until next time, guys, happy hunting.